Hi again, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that when you like these videos that you hit subscribe and hit like. Helps to make the my group grow. I've been doing magic, as you guys probably know, for since the middle 70s, I guess. Mid 74, 75, I started doing magic from behind the bar at the original Brass Horn, and I've been doing it ever since. And I did it a lot when I was tending bar, and then afterwards I did some shows and even did some weddings stuff, which were kind of fun. So I've always had some good feedback, and always had very quite a few positives out of it. But one night it went a little sour. I'll tell you what. I had these customers at the handkerchiefs. It was a husband and wife. They were from Chappaqua. Great. He was a great guy. His name was Lenny, and his wife's name was Ronnie. Veronica called her Ronnie, and he owned a business in New York City. So he got around, and he saw a lot of things. But they always came up on Friday nights to spend Friday nights with us at Handkerchiefs. And he had seen me do magic a zillion times for a lot of people, and I've even done some for his wife, and which is always kind of fun. But uh, yeah, I could tell he enjoyed it. One of the tricks that was a biggie for me was a ring trick, where I would take somebody's ring, put it in my hand, open up my hand, it's gone, and everybody's amazed that it's gone. And well, where could it be? Where could it be? Well, then I reach in my pocket and I take out my keychain, and it's on my keychain. It's a great trick, and I've had a lot of fun with it over the years. And you'd be surprised how many people, how many females, give up their wedding rings to somebody maybe they just met 5 seconds ago. Occasionally you get a woman say, "No, I'm not taking that off. You can have one of my other rings." I never really asked for a diamond. I would ask for a ring, and sometimes they'd say, "Here, you can have this one," or "No, you can't have my wedding ring, but you can have this one." So, uh, men many times, if they were going to take their wedding ring off, they would make a joke about it, and it was all in good fun. So, as many times as I waited on Lenny and Ronnie, they always told me about her daughter Jackie, and she was in college, but I never met Jackie. So after about 2 or 3 or 4 years, I guess, of waiting on this great couple, Lenny and Ronnie, one night, just around the holidays, they come in and they have a young girl with them, and they introduce. Sure enough, it's Jackie. And like I said, I had never met her before, and she was very nice, and she seemed very, I don't know, insecure and inward. She wasn't an outgoing person, and she was just kind of shy and withdrawn. So right away, Lenny says, let's get her a drink, Hank, and show some tricks. So, okay. So I started doing some tricks. And in the first few minutes of doing tricks to her, I find out through the mother, Ronnie, tells me that Jackie just got engaged to a guy that she's going to college with. He wasn't there, but she got engaged, and she did have a nice engagement ring, modest, but a nice engagement ring on her left hand. So, and that was the only ring she was wearing. So I'm toying with the idea. I said maybe I should not do the ring trick, But anyway, I said I did a couple tricks for her, so now she understands that I'm legitimate, magic wise. And I said, Jackie, can I borrow your ring? And she went, no, because the poor girl, she just got an engagement ring finally, right? No, and she's holding her hand. No, she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it. And the mother and father going, come on, Jack, he's a friend of ours. Let him do the trick. Let him do the trick. So finally, begrudgingly, she takes off the ring and she gives it to me. And I start to do the trick, and boom, the ring disappears from my hand, and she's, flabbergasted. Her eyes are, she's almost ready to tears because the ring is gone. And I very nonchalantly and very cavalierly reached in my pocket. No problem, Jackie. Look what I have on my keychain. And I looked, and it wasn't there. The ring wasn't there. I missed. So now I'm freaking out a little bit. And where I was at the bar doing that trick was up at the end of the bar, the open end of the bar, and we had a garbage can on both ends of the bar. But I was doing the trick right, leaning over the garbage can doing it. So I looked all over the floor, got the flashlights out, looking for the ring, checking inside my pocket. The ring wasn't anywhere to be found. So the only thing I could think of was that it went into the garbage. Now, this is like midnight on a Friday night. The place is busy. And back in those days, we didn't have to recycle. So the bottles were tossed in, the beer bottles were tossed in there, along with all other kinds of garbage, cigarette butts, uh, pieces of fruit, ice, everything was in there. It was a mess. So I didn't know how I was going to go about looking for a tiny ring in this big, giant garbage can, that big as one you would put on the end of your street for garbage pickup day. She's crying her eyes out. The mother's starting to cry now because and Lenny's looking at me like, what the hell? So I said, wait, hang on a second. So on Friday nights, I had another bartender with me behind the bar. So I called a kid out of the kitchen and I said, do me a favor, bring this garbage can downstairs. So he brings the garbage can downstairs and I go down there and I opened up like a drop cloth, a little tarp that we had down there. And I dumped the garbage can upside down on it and spread everything out so I could see. And I tell you, it took about an hour, but I finally found the ring. And I brought it back up and I apologized profusely to this poor girl and her parents. And I'll tell you, it was a while before I felt comfortable enough to do that trick again. But it's back in rotation now, and it's still a very popular trick for me. But that was a crazy night, as you can well imagine. Thanks for listening.